not going to...
Oh, God. Dear God. Betty? Child, dear child. Are you awake? Betty?
Uncle, Susanna Walcott's here from Dr. Grace.
Oh, the doctor. Let her come. Let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
What does the doctor say, child?
Dr. Griggs, he bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he cannot discover no medicine for it in his books.
And let him search on.
Aye, sir. He's been searching his books since he left you, sir, but he bid me tell you might look to unnatural things for the cause of it.
There have been no unnatural causes here. Tell him I've sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and Mr. Hale will surely confirm them. Let him look to medicine and put out all unnatural thought here. There be none.
Aye, sir. He bid me tell you.
Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir. I pray for her.
Uncle, the whole town's speaking of witchcraft. Why do you not go down and deny it yourself? The parlor's packed with people, sir.
Also, tell them that I discovered my daughter and niece dancing like heathen in the forest.
Uncle, we did dance. Let you tell them I confessed it. But they're talking of witchcraft. Betty's not witch.
Abigail, I will not go before the congregation unannounced. Let me know what you've done with her there.
We did dance, Uncle, and when you left in on us, she took fright and fainted. And there's the whole of it.
Child, sit you down.
I would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly.
Abigail, I will not go before them unannounced. Whatever you have done there with her, give it all to me now, because I will not go down before them without any knowledge of it. What did you do with her there?
If we're only sport, Uncle.
Why did you move yourself since midnight? The child is desperate. Whatever abomination you have done there, give it all to me now, Abigail.
If we're only sport. Uncle, whatever we did in the forest, we didn't do anything bad. We weren't conjuring spirits.
Then why? I saw Crucible waving her arms over a fire and speaking gibberish.
She always sings her Barbados songs and we dance.
Cannot blink what I saw, Abigail. My enemy surely won't. I saw a dress lying in the grass.
A dress?
A dress and someone naked running through the trees.
No one was naked. You mistake yourself, Uncle.
Abigail, whatever you've done there, please tell me what you have done. Not my ministry's a thing. My ministry, and perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever you've done there, give it to me now.
There's nothing more of it, I swear.
Now, in the midst of such disruption in my own household, discovered to be the scene of some obscene practice, abominations were done in the forest.
But we never conjured spirits. I know you have housed and clothed me for so long, and you've been working here for a while, but
I have fought here 3 long years to bend these stiff-necked people to me. I have clapped, I've clothed you, I've housed you. Now give me an upright answer, Abigail. Your name in the village, it is entirely white, is it not?
why, I'm sure it is. There be no blush about my name.
It troubled me that in the 7 months John Procter put you out, no one else has called for your services.
They want slaves, sir. Not such as I.
No, I cannot. My good Anne, come in.
It is a marvel. I surely struck of hell upon you.
No, it isn't.
How high did she fly? How high?
No.
It's sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn and come down light as a bird, he says.
No, goody Anne, they only thought it were. Why, good morning, Mr. Putnam.
It's a providence of things out now. A providence.
What's out?
Well, her eyes are closed. Look you, Anne.
Well, that's strange. Ours is open.
Your little group is sick.
I not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death. It's us driving into them, forked and hoofed.
Oh, pray not. How is your child ill?
She ails as she must. She never wakes this morning, but her eyes open and she walks. She hears not, sees not, and cannot eat. Her soul is surely taken.
They say you sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
For precaution only, he has much experience in the matter.
He has indeed. And he found a witch in Beverly last year.
Now-
Let me remember that.
Now, goody Anne, they only thought it were a witch, and I'm sure there is no other witchcraft here.
No witchcraft here. Now look you, Mr. Parrish.
Thomas, I pray you, least of all, Thomas, with lazy possess this charge upon me, to help me out of sailing for such corruption in my household.
Now look you, Mr. Parrish. I've taken your part in all connection here. and I would like to continue, but I cannot if you turn your back on this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits like hands on these children.
Thomas, you cannot.
And tell Mr. Paris what you have done.
Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 unbaptized babies in the earth. Believe me, you never saw more hardy babies born, and yet each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I spoke nothing, but my heart clamored imitations, and now this year, my Ruth, my only, I see her turning strange. A secret child she has become and shrivels, as if a sucking mouth were pulling on her life. And so I thought to send her to Tituba.
Tituba? What made
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris.
Yeah, it's a formidable sin to conjure up the
I
dead.
take it on my soul, but who else may tell us who murdered my babies?
Women!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris. Mark this for proof, mark it. Last night, my little Ruth were ever so close to their spirits. How else may she be struck dumb now except some power of darkness that's not her life? It is a marvelous sign, Mr. Paris.
Don't you understand, sir? There's a murdering witch among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make what they will. Do not blink it more.
So then you were conjuring spirits in the forest last night.
Not I, sir. Not I. Tituba. And Ruth.
Now I am undone. You are not undone. Take hold of this. Declare it for yourself. You have discovered witchcraft.
In my own house, Goody Ann will trouble me with this. They'll make it up.
Your pardons. I only got to see how Betty is.
Why aren't you home? Who's the truth?
Her grandma come. She's in Crucible, I think. She gave a powerful sneeze before.
A sign of life.
I fear no more Goody Putnam. It were a grand sneeze. On the other leg, we'll shake her wits together, I'm sure.
Will you leave me now, Thomas? I'd like to pray now.
Uncle, you've prayed since midnight. Why do you not go down and...
I'll wait until the hair grows.
Now look you, sir. Strike out against the devil in the village will bless you for it. Calm down. Speak with them. Pray with them. They're thirsting for your word, mister. Surely you'll pray with them.
I have no stomach for disputation this morning. I will lead them in song, but that is all. And let me speak nothing of witchcraft to you. The cause is yet unknown, and I have no want for contention here. I want no more. I want no more.
Mercy, you go home to Ruth. Did you hear?
I'm
She goes for the window. Call for me at once.
Yes, Uncle.
There's a terrible power in her eyes today.
How is Ruth sick?
It's weirdish. I know not. She seems to walk like a dead one since last night.
Betty? Betty, wake up. It's Abigail.
Have you tried beating her? I gave Ruth a good one and waited for a minute. Here, let me have
No, he'll be coming up. Now look you. If they be question us, you tell them we dance. I told him as much already.
And what more?
He saw you naked.
Oh, Jesus.
What do we do? The whole village is out.
What do we do?
I just come from the farm. The whole country's talking witchcraft. They'll be calling us witches, Abby.
They'll be calling us witches, Abby. She means to tell. I know it.
Abby, we've got to tell. Witchery is a hanging error. A hanging was done in Boston 2 years ago. We must tell the truth, Abby. You'll only be whipped for dancing and the other things.
Oh, we'll be whipped.
I've never done none of it, Abby. I only looked.
Oh, you're a great one for looking, aren't you, Mary Warren?
Betty? Betty, wake up. I'll beat you, Betty. My, you seem improving. I talked to your papa and I told him everything, so there's nothing to... I am my mama! What ails you, Betty? Your mama's dead and buried.
I'll fly, Mama! Let me fly!
Betty, no, Betty. Betty, you listen to me now. I told him everything. I told him everything.
You drink blood, Abby! You drink blood!
Betty, you will not. You will not.
You did! You did! You drank a charm to kill John Procter! You drank a charm to kill John Procter's wife!
Shut it! Now shut it!
Mama!
Now look you, all of you, we danced and Tituba conjured Ruth Putnam's dead sisters. And that is all. And let either of you breathe a word or even the edge of a word about the other things, and I will come to you in the dark of some terrible night, and I will bring you a pointy reckoning that will shudder you. And you know I can do it. I've seen villains smash my dear parents' heads on the pillow next to mine, and I have seen some hellish work done at night. And I can make you wish you had never seen the sun come down. Now you, sit up and stop this!
What's got her? Abby, she's going to die. It's a sin to conjure, and we...
I said shut it, Mary Warren.
Oh.
greet you to leave the house, did I not? I'm looking for you more often than I am my own cows.
I only come to see the great doing in the world.
I'll show you great doing in your house one of these days. Now get you home.
I must be off. I'm ready to watch. When is this book?
She's only gone silly somehow. She'll come out of it.
So, she flies, eh? Well, where are her wings?
Oh, John, surely you're not believing she flies.
Don't you know it's a pilgrimage from my house to Salem? It took me all morning to get here. The town's muttering witchcraft.
Oh, Posh, we were dancing in the woods last night and my uncle leaped in on us. She took fright as all.
Dancing in the woods. We'll be clapping this glass before you're 20.
Give me a word, John. A soft one.
No, Abby, I've not come for that.
You come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly. I know you better.
I've just come to see what mischief your uncle's brewing now. Put it out of mind, Abby.
You're surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutched my back behind your house. I know how you sweated like a stallion whenever I come near. You loved me then and you do now.
Abby, that's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing, they say wild things. I've seen you since you put me out. I've seen you nights.
I've hardly stepped off my farm this 7 months.
I have a sense for you, John. Yours has brought me to my window. Are you telling me you've never looked up at my window?
Perhaps I have.
I know you, John. I know you. I cannot sleep for dreaming, but I wake and walk about the house as though I find you coming through some door.
Child.
How do you call me child?
Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hand before I ever reach for you again. Put it out of mind, Abby. We never touched.
Aye, but we did.
Aye, but we did not.
Oh, I marvel how such a strong man may let such a sickly
You'll
wife
speak
be.
nothing of Elizabeth.
She is blackening my name in the village. She is telling lies about me. She is a cold, snivelling woman, and you bet
Look for her, women.
I looked for John Procter to put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I never knew the lying lessons taught by all these Christian women and their covenanted men. And now you bid me tear the lights out of my eyes? I cannot, I will not. You love me, John Procter, and whatever sin it is, you love me yet. John, pity me. Pity me. Pity me! Pity!
What's she doing? Someone else, it's not that
What are
way.
you doing, Charles? Get away from her! No!
The song. It's the song she cannot bear to hear the Lord's name.
No, God forbid!
Not good for a sign, mark it.
Rebecca, come to her. She said he cannot bear to hear the Lord's name. There is a hard sickness here. God, please, fight.
Not say a word. No one here can testify. I said a word.
Is she gonna fly again? I heard she flies.
Man, be quiet now.
What have you done?
Pray, everyone calm yourselves. I have 11 children, and I'm 26 times a grandparent. I've seen them all through their silly faces, and so I'm certain she'll make when she tires of it. For a child's spirit is like a child. You can never catch it by running after it. You must stand still, and for love, it will soon itself come back.
Aye, that's the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered. She cannot eat, Rebecca.
Well, perhaps she is all hungered yet. Mr. Paris, I hope you're not decided to go in search of loose spirits. I've heard promise of that outside.
No, there's a wide opinion running in this earth that the devil may be among us and would like to satisfy them that they were wrong.
Then let you come out and call them wrong. Are you our minister or Mr. Hale? Did you consult the wardens of this providence before you sent this man to search for devils?
He's not coming to look for devils.
Then what's he coming for then? There were children dying in the village, mister.
But I see none dying. Pray, John, be calm. Mr. Paris, I think it best you send Reverend Hill back as soon as he come. This will set us both arguing in the society, and we got to have peace this year. Let's rather rely on Dr. Griggs now, in good prayer.
The doctor is baffled, Rebecca.
If so he is, then let us go to God for the cause of it. Oh, there's a prodigious danger in the seeking of loose spirits. I know it. I fear it. Let us rather blame ourselves.
How can we blame ourselves? I'm one of 9 sons. The Putnam seed has peopled this province. And yet, I have 1 child left of 8. And now, she shrivels.
Oh, I cannot fathom that.
Is it God's work, Rebecca, that you should never lose a child or grandchild either, and I bury all but one?
When Reverend Hale comes, you'll proceed to look for signs of witchcraft here.
You cannot command, Mr. Paris. You go by name in the society, not acreage.
I don't think I've seen you so early in this society, Mr. Procter. I don't think I saw you at a Sabbath meeting since Snow flew.
I have enough trouble without I come 5 miles here. This man preached nothing but bloody damnation and hellfire. He hardly wishes God anymore.
Well, that's a drastic charge.
Something true. There are many that go to bring their children back from the...
I do not preach for children, Rebecca. It is not the children who are unmindful of their obligations to the ministry. Where's my firewood? I'm waiting since November for a stick, and even in November, I have to show my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
Allow £6 a year to wait, Mr.
I
Paris.
am paid little enough that I spend £6 a year on one, Mr. Procter. I am not some preaching farmer with a book under my hand. I'm a graduate of Harvard College.
I, well instructed in mathematics.
You look far from men of my kind at £66 a year, Mr. Corey. I lost the thrifty business in the Barbados to serve the Lord. I cannot fathom it. Why am I persecuted here? I cannot make one suggestion without there be a howling riot of argument. I wonder sometimes if the devil may be in it. Otherwise, I can't understand you people.
Mr. Paris, you are the first minister to the...
I am the third preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to be put out like the cat whenever you so please. I think you need to comprehend, Mr. Procter, that the minister is the Lord's man in the parish.
Aye.
There is either hellfire or there is obedience in the church.
Can we not speak for hell for just 1 minute? I'm sick and tired of hell.
It is not for you to say what is good for you to hear.
I'll be speaking my heart, I think.
What are we, Quakers? We're not Quakers here yet, Mr. Procter, and you can tell that to your followers.
My followers.
Your followers? I am not blind. There is a faction and a party.
And this is against you.
Against him and all authority.
Why, then I must find it and join it.
Oh, he doesn't mean
No,
that.
no, I mean it soundly, Rebecca. I like not the sound of this authority. Now, I've cropped the stone and lumber to drag home. What say you, Giles? Let's go find this party. This guy says here that there's a party.
I changed my opinion on this man. Mr. Paris, I beg your pardon. I never knew this in Zion.
Why, thank you.
I suggested the mind would follow me along all these years. Being done, wherefore is everybody else? I've been 6 times as quick this year.
May a man say good morning with you, but you caught me for defamation by the devil? You're old, Giles, and you're just not hearing as well as you did.
John Procter, last month I took 4 count damages for the publicity saying I'm going to roof your house and
I never said no such thing, but I paid you for it. So I hope I can call you devil without charge. Now come along, Giles, and help me bring my lumber home.
I'll give you that first.
What lumber is that you're dragging home, if I may ask?
My lumber from my bounds by the riverside.
Well, you've sure gone well this year. What anarchy is this? That bounds, it's in my bounds, Mr. Procter.
In your bounds, I bought that piece of land from Goody Nurse's husband 5 months ago.
It was never hers to sell. It stands clear in my grandfather's will.
Your grandfather had a habit of throwing away land that never belonged to him, if I may say it plain.
That's not true. He's been went off path, but he won't break his fingers before he says his name. Let's get along home, John. I feel some will to work on.
You load 1 oak of mine and you'll fight to get it home.
We've been through Portland. This fool and I? Come on.
I'll have my man, you, Corey. I'll clap a word on you.
Please.
How are you? Someone.
Babies! Hell, it is so nice. Oh, these are heavy.
They must be. They are weighted with authority.
Well, you do come from London. We shall need hard study if you come to track him down, the old boy.
You cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It is strange how I know you, but I suppose you look at such a good social. We have all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Oh, would you like to meet Mr. Thomas Putnam and his good wife, Anne?
Putnam, I had not expected such distinguished company, sir.
It is not you tell us today, Mr. Hill. We would like for you to come to our house and see our child.
Your child is too.
Her soul. Her soul seems flown away. She sleeps and yet she walks.
She cannot eat.
Cannot eat. Do you men also have afflicted children?
No, these are farmers.
You know, even witches.
I never spoke of witches one way or another. Now, what say you, Giles? Will you help me drag my lumber home?
No, John. I think not. I have some few quick questions to ask my home for so long.
Try to be a sensible man, Mr. Hale. I'll leave some of it in Salem.
When you look at my daughter, sir, she cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, and she goes through the windows, though she fly, has to fly.
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, sir. That's surely a sign of witchcraft afloat.
No. Now, let me instruct you.
marks are precise. His presence is as clear and definite as stone, and we must look only for his proper signs and judge nothing beforehand. I shall tell you all that I shall not proceed unless you are all prepared to believe me till I find no trace of Helen.
It is agreed, sir. We will abide by your judgment.
Good then. Now, sir, what were your first warning of this strangeness?
Well, I discovered my daughter and my niece Abigail and 10 or 12 others dancing in the forest last night.
You permit dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Paris's housekeeper has knowledge of conjuring.
We cannot be sure of that,
You
Diana.
can be sure of it. I sent my child to Tituba, so she may find out who murdered her sisters.
You sent your child to conjure up the dead?
I'll not have you judging me, Rebecca. Right, like God blame me, not you, okay? Mr. Hale, is it a natural work to lose 7 children before they live a day? 7 died in childbirth. Oh. What's there, sir?
Here is all of the invisible world, caught, defined, and calculated. In this book, the devil stands stripped of all his brute disguise. Here are all of your familiar spirits, your incubi and succubi, your witches that go by land, by air, by sea, your wizards of the night and of the day. Have no fear now. The meantime, Matthew has come among us, and I will crush him utterly if he has shown his face.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
I cannot tell. She is truly the devil's grips. You may have to rip and tear to get her free.
Oh, why, I think I'm scolded then. I'm too old for this.
Why, Rebecca, we may open the boil of all our troubles today.
Oh, let us hope for that. I go to God for you, Mr. Paris.
I hope you don't make me go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Come, Mr. Hill, let's get on. See you here.
Mr. Hale, I always want to ask my learned man, what signifies to being a French books?
What books?
I cannot tell, she hides them.
Who does this?
It's my third wife, sir. Mark this. I found her in a corner of my room, reading of a book. What do you make of that?
Well, that's not necessarily.
It discomforts me. Last night, mark this. I tried and tried to read my prayers, but I could not. But suddenly, mark this. She closed her book and left the house, and suddenly I could pray again.
Why? Stop at your prayer. That is strange. I'd like to speak further on that with you.
I'm not saying she touched the devil now, but I might know what she read and why she hides them. She did not tell me, you see.
Fine. We'll speak further. Now, mark me. If the devil is in her, you will witness some frightful wonders in this room. So please keep your wits about you. Mr. Putnam, stand close in case she flies. Now, Betty dear, will you sit up? I am John Hale, minister of Beverly. I've come to help you, dear. Have you heard of my 2 little girls in Beverly?
Why does the devil choose my house to strike? My house!
What victory would the devil have to win a soul already had? It is the best the devil wants, and who is better than the minister?
That's deep, minister, that's deep.
Some figure bid you fly, some bird, invisible to others, comes to you. Perhaps some pig or any beat at all. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing with her in the forest?
Why, common dancing is all. I think God has said, sir, that I saw kettle in the forest when they were dancing. That were only soup.
Soup, Abigail? What sort of soup were in this kettle?
Why, it were beans and lentils, I think, and
Mr. Paris, you did not notice, did you, any living thing in this kettle? A mouse, perhaps. A spider or a frog?
that frog jumped in. We never put it in.
A frog, Abigail?
Never put it in.
Abigail, it may be that your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
I never called him. Tituba did.
I should like to speak to Tituba.
And bring her up.
How did you call him?
I don't know. He spoke another language.
Did you feel any sudden strangeness when she called him? Sudden coldness, perhaps, trembling below the ground?
I didn't see no devil. Betty! Betty, wake up, Betty.
Abigail, you cannot evade me. Did she drink of the soup in that kettle?
You never drank it.
Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did Tituba ask you to drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I'm a good girl. I did drink in the kettle. She made me do it. She made Betty do it.
Abby!
She comes to me every night to go and drink blood.
What? My baby's blood?
No, chicken blood. I gave her chicken blood.
Woman, have you enlisted these children for the devil?
No, sir. I don't truck with the devil.
Then why can't you not wake? Are you silencing this child?
child, have you not?
She sends her spirit upon me in church. She makes me laugh at prayer.
You have often laughed at prayer.
Comes to me every night and is always making me dream corruptions.
You beg me to conjure on me. She begs me to make a charm.
Let me tell you something. She's always coming to me in my dreams, always making me dream corruptions. Sometimes I wake, and I find myself standing in an open doorway with not a stitch on my body. And I always hear her laughter in my dreams. I hear her singing her Barbados songs and tempting me with
I want you to wake this child.
I have no power on this child, sir.
You most certainly do, and you loose it from her now. When did you compact with the devil?
I don't compact with the devil.
You must confess yourself, Tituba.
I tell him I don't desire to work for him, sir.
Who? The devil? Now, Tituba, I understand when we bind ourselves to hell, it's very hard to break this entirely. We will help you set yourself free. You'll be a good Christian woman, will you not, Tituba?
I, sir, a good Christian woman.
And you love these little children.
Oh, yes, sir. I don't desire to hurt little children.
And you love God, Tituba.
I love God with all my being.
Now in God's holy name,
Bless him,
and to his glory,
eternal glory. Bless him, bless God.
open yourself, Tituba. Open yourself and let God's holy light shine on you.
Oh, bless the Lord.
When the devil came to you, Tituba, did he ever come with someone else in the village? Perhaps someone you know?
Who? Their names.
Sarah Good. Did you see Sarah Good with him? Or Osborne?
Tituba, you must have no fear of yourself. The devil cannot overcome a minister. You know that, do you not?
Aye, sir, I do.
Have you confessed yourself to witchcraft, and that speaks a wish to come to heaven's gate? And we will help you, Tituba. You are God's agent put among to help us find the devil's people among us. You are selected to cleanse our village. Speak utterly, Tituba. Face God, and God will protect you.
Oh, God, protect me.
How many came with the devil? 2, 3, 4. How many?
4. There were 4.
Who? Their names!
Oh, how many times he bid me kill you, Mr. Paris?
Tell me!
He said Mr. Paris is no good man. He said Mr. Paris is a mean man and is a gentleman. And he made me rise out of my bed and catch your dog. I'd say no. I don't want to kill that man. I don't hate that man. But he said, you belong to me, Tituba, and I'll make you free. I'll give you a pretty dress. I'll put you well high up in the air. And I'll bring you back to Barbados. And I'll say you lie, devil. You lie. And then he come to me one stormy night. And he said, look, I have others who belong to me. And I look. And that was pretty good.
Sarah Good.
Sir, I'm good at Osborne. I knew it. I begged you, Thomas, did I not? I begged him not to call Goody Osborne. She were midwife to me 3 times. I always feared her. My baby's always shriveled in her hands.
Tituba, you must have no fear to confess and give us all their names. How can you bear to see these children suffering? Look at them. Look at their God-given innocence. Their souls are so tender. We must protect them. The devil is out and feasting on them like the flesh of the pure lamb. God will bless you for your help.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I danced with the devil. I wrote in his book. I saw him. I go back to Jesus. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Woody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil.
I saw Chris Jacobs with the devil.
She's
Broken. They are free with the devil.
I saw Woody Sarah with the devil.
Commotion.
I saw Alice Barrett with the devil.
kept you so late? It's almost dark.
I was just planting far out near the forest edge.
Ah, so you're done then?
Aye, the pharmacy. Do boys are asleep?
They will be soon.
Ah, well then let's pray for a fair summer.
I
Are you well today?
am. It is rather.
Who is it? Did Jonathan Strout?
No, she actually walked in this afternoon. I saw her sitting in the corner like she come for a visit.
Well, that's a good sign then, just walking in.
Pray God. It hurt my heart to strip her, poor rabbit.
Oh, well, it is well seasoned.
I took great care. She's tender?
Aye. Now I expect to see green fields soon, because the dirt's as warm as blood beneath the clods.
That's well.
If we do see green fields, how abide your shake of Tessa? How would that please you?
It would.
I mean to please you, Elizabeth.
I know it, John.
Are you well today?
I am. Mary Warren's in Salem today.
Well, why'd you go? Why'd you let her? You heard me forbid her to not go there anymore.
I couldn't stop her.
It is a fault. It is a fault, Elizabeth. You are the mission here, not Mary Warren.
She frightened all my strength away.
How many let such a mouse frighten you?
She's not a mouse no more. Whenever I forbid her go, she lift up her chin like the daughter of her prince and say, I must go to Salem, Goody Procter, for I am an official of the court.
The courts? What courts?
It's an official court they got there now. 4 judges they sent out of Boston, weighty magistrates of the general court. And at the head sits the deputy governor of the province.
She's mad.
I would to God she were. And she speaks about Abigail as if she were a saint to hear her. She brings people into the court, and wherever Abigail walks, they part like the Red Sea for Israel. And folks are brought before her, and if Abigail screams and cries and falls to the floor, they're clapped in jail for bewitching her.
Oh, it is a dark mischief, then.
I think you should go to Salem, John. I think you should tell them that there's a fraud.
I should.
Go to Ezekiel Cheever. He knows you well. Tell him what she told you last week in her uncle's house. She said it had naught to do with witchcraft, did she not?
She did. She did.
I think you should go to Salem now, John. Let you go tonight.
I'll think on it.
You cannot keep it, John.
I know I cannot keep it. I said I'll think on it.
Let you think on it then.
I mean, only wonder how I improve myself in such a court. If they